What's up, guys? It's Sion. I am back. All right. So, we're going to talk about two things today. We're going to talk about one model that I have when it comes to free to play browser games, and we're going to talk about another actual thing that I kind of made up back in Pocky Ninja Day, and we're going to talk about it now because it still holds true now out of all these games to this point, but we'll get to that after. Now, the first model that I actually came up with is power over characters. And the reason why in these games is that they always baseline are the same way. You're always going to get new characters. And if you spend too much resources and too much time thinking into one character, you just never going to really truly get ahead. Especially if you're not spending a lot of money to begin with. This is for the people who spend between anywhere between $5 to even $500 or even $1,000. It's always power before characters. Now, what I mean by that is every system that's in this game right now, you should be maxed or close to max or at a point where it's so expensive to move forward in it that it's better to go on to something else that increases your power. So the mysterious cave, if you're at the point in the mysterious cave where, I'll show you guys, your rune stones are ridiculous. You see, mines are not. So I still have ways to go in rune stones, and see these coupons right here, which I'm actually about to do right now in front of you. It's the reason why I haven't been spending coupons, because I've just been saving them because I want to do this stuff. So we're going to go in and do that and go boom. Do that a few times. All right, that's all I really want to do right now. But I want to get to the point where all my rune stones, like on every character, like 4 or 5 or higher. Or because I think the max is like 8 or 9 or something like that. It might be that high. So I want all characters 4 or 5 or higher, because it's overall that's your power, and the power does mean something according to other people. It does mean something in fighting people in ranked battle, and it does definitely mean something in world battle. People don't really, like, you guys are gonna see the reality of what happens in world battle. World battle, you cannot control your characters. You can just set them up and let them go at that point. So you need to have characters that do multiple things. You can't be one trick ponies and rely on Hidan, like, because that's what a lot of people are doing right now. That's just not going to work in world event, because you can't control him. He's going to do naturally what he does baseline, but after that, the computer on the other side is going to do everything they can to wipe him out, which they usually do. And that's unfortunate and stuff like that, but it is what it is. And then on top of that, if somebody's built the team a certain way, they can override what actually happens. That's what makes world battle so interesting, because world battle takes into account everybody's strategy and everybody's power. So if somebody's high defense, it'll make the opposite side, which will normally do something in manual, or when you're controlling manual, will do something totally different to try to negate or do something about that defense. It's just the way the system works. You notice it in ranked battle, because you see in ranked battle they do certain things that you're like, why do they do that? And pretty much they're reacting to what the other side is. We can't control that. So you need characters that do multiple things. This is why I always like characters that do multiple things. And you see people argue with me like, dude, how do you think that's better? Because overall, here, I'll give you an example. We'll bring up Sasuke Susanoo and Sasuke Shippuden. Baseline 5-star Sasuke Susanoo, if you even get him that far. I don't know who would even do that, but Sasuke Susanoo would be stronger defensive wise. But there's a problem there. That's kind of all he does. He's gonna do his little Susanoo thing. He's gonna be tanky and stuff like that. But if you look at his skill kit, that's all he does. He stands there, looks cool in his Akatsuki robe, and just a little something something. But you throw out Sasuke Shippuden, same thing, rank 5. Now you have Shippuden, who also buffs everybody around him. He also paralyzes 12 people, which is nasty, and hit 12 people when it's fully skill broken. That is, it has to be fully skill broken, which is really easy. I had somebody complain to say, well, it's not that easy. Yes, it is. It'll take you like 200 coupons probably to do that, with you locking stuff like that. If you're unlucky, maybe you'll get to like 500, 600, but that's nothing. Like we just, I just shitted away 300 just now. Like that's nothing. This is free coupons. It's harder for the other characters, say like Sage Naruto, and then I found out recently Sage Naruto and characters like that who use those, they could fail, and you get nothing. Cause I was looking at the screen like, what the hell just happened? Did that fail? But the skill break could fail, so yeah, that kind of sucked. And then you have the fact that he can burn for multiple rounds. Sasuke Susanoo can burn too, but Sasuke Shippuden could do it in, like, over everybody for a course of 4 rounds. So that's just, he's just doing more at that point, and that makes him more useful. Another example, Shikamaru. We just witnessed what Shikamaru does. He could super he can mystery skill every freaking round, set up properly, and he could CC multiple people every round. That's craziness. That's crazy. That's like what Fu does. Like, that's just nasty all the way around. Like, that type of stuff is a good way of actually bringing stuff together and you end up being good. Now, that was just something totally random, but over the course of the reason why it should be power over characters is because you're always getting new characters. Now, you see what they did to us in China now, that our past characters are now almost as strong as the characters that you paid for. So you can't really just kill yourself spending money on characters. You should be doing the rune stones. You should be doing equipment refinement. You should be equipment purify refinement. Your magic hammer. I mean, you should automatically have all this upgraded as best you can. That still with your ninja exam, and your ninja exam becomes easier as you gain more power, which means you should always be going after power. Now, this is not just a pay to win type of thing. Like, if you are coupons, there's no reason why by now in this game you should be at max. Same thing with 8 gates. Same thing with summons. Like, not max, but close. Like, you should be close. And like your home. Well, home not so much because I didn't unlock it yet, and like this just helps you overall in your survival. That means you're getting coins all the time. That means your 8 gates is going to be close and being pretty nasty overall. This is just good for you all the way around. Now, when you actually get to the point where you're at the point where you're actually there and it's expensive to get power. That's excuse me. That should be where everybody who was at 55k and up is, where it's just expensive to get power. Now is where you start going after characters. Now you start dumping into seals and start trying to go after seals, and that's the kind of the proper way to do it. You could pay to win and do it all at the same time, but that's expensive and you don't have to. That's all I've been saying from the very start. You don't have to. That's too expensive to do it that way. That's actually the bad way to play the game. Like, it really is, especially considering we are not at in-game. This is not in-game. We're like preseason right now. We're stuck at 85. So it's like, why are you overpaying? The game is the way the game is set up. It will get you to that point if you allow it. But you get to that point and be happy. Hey, look at me. I'm beating everybody up at 85, and this shit doesn't matter. I don't have any title for it. Except for maybe the top number 1 or whatever. Who the hell cares? At that point, like, you just stuck at 85. It's not in-game. We can't fight anybody in the world. We're stuck looking at each other in the server like, what? I'm not paying thousands of dollars for that. That's not fun. That was my whole point, and that from the very start. Like, just be a little bit smart with the money. I'm not telling you not to spend. I'm telling you, hey, spend it on power so it'll be badass totally in the future, because all this stuff is going to carry over and it never upgrades past the point of its max. So if you already have it maxed, then you move on and then the new systems come out, you're ahead of the game because you already have it maxed. And you could do that freely. That's all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying. It's like, play smarter, not harder. It is what it is. Now, with all that said, let's go to the next point. We're going to talk about the sweet spot. Now, I always talk about the sweet spots when we're stuck at the max level. We have actually been stuck at the sweet spot for a long time, for a very long time. And it's good for all of us. Don't get me wrong. It is very good for all of us. It allows all of us to max all this stuff out, which is all good about getting power. It allows us to spend on power now. We have been stuck here for so long that you could put your runestone, like, you put everything up before we start moving on. Like, I'm already close to like level 88. I think close to level 88, and So when the system pops off, I'm just gonna like fly straight to 88, which means I will be at the point of getting him for free, and then I'll be at the point of Ningendo because Ningendo is missing from here. The next round of it, they'll probably put him there unless they're gonna do some cheese. But yeah, they'll probably put him there. But yeah, that excuse me. Wow, that yeah, like for some reason I just couldn't get out of that. They'll do everything in their power over the course to just we'll be good to go at that point. So being that we're in the sweet spot, please take advantage of it. Take full advantage of it. We don't get this too often. We'll get another sweet spot probably really big at 100. That they were there for like maybe 9 months at 100 in China. Who knows how long we'll be there? But they were there for a very long time in China with that sweet spot. And now the sweet spot is back again. So take advantage of all of that stuff. I don't really have anything else to say to you guys, so just a quick recap. Power before characters. All the time. All the time. I know even if you see a character you really want, if you do not have the money to actually go after that, do not go after that character right away. Wait. It'll be a little bit cheaper in the future. It'll be easier to get in the future. Go after your natural things, and then we should be good to go from there. Pay attention to the types of characters that you put in. Have characters that are multifaceted, that do multiple things. You should be good to go right there. Also, if you feel that the character is beneficial to you, by all means go after it. But I would just say just power, power, power. Be at 50k. Don't be lazy like me or disenchanted like the way I am, because I really should be 50k. But I'm like, bruh, like y'all cheesing right now. What is this North American shit going on right now? I ain't even feeling this, so I'm like dragging my feet. Don't be like me. Anyway, I think that's really all I got to say. Besides that, in the sweet spot, take advantage of all this because this is kind of like a good golden age for everybody to build up resources and things like that and build up coin. Like I just been stuffing all my coin, donating where I can, and 8 gates stuffing it because I'm working on 8 gates. That's my thing right now. I want to get a whole bunch of reds. Got 3 reds, so it's good. So can't use one of them, but it is what it is because this is a game like to cheese you and give you shit that you don't need. Yeah, but I will catch you guys in the next video. We'll see you around. Peace and be legendary.